Yo, welcome to another episode of Neptune Sunday. It's your boy V Moss. Repeat guests, always my favorite guest, my man.
Ah,
Multi-hyphenate creator from LA, my man Travonne Edwards. What's good, bro?
what's going on?
You know, just trying to make it in America, which is a little wild right now.
It's a lot going on right now for sure. A lot going on, you
Yeah,
know?
man. So we're here to commemorate a major anniversary in Neptune, Star Trek, Pharrell, Chad World. 20 years
Hmm.
of RNG, Snoop's album, Rhythm and Gangster. Had to have somebody from LA to come on the show and talk about it to get the perspective because my perspective from Virginia is different, but I'm sure there's some similarities in terms of, the highs and lows of the album.
Yeah.
So let's get right into it, man. Like just talk about it, just being in LA. What was the like reception to it out there in Cali and just kind of give some of your overall memories and thoughts of it when it first dropped.
Well, honestly, I wasn't even in LA during that time. I mean, 2005 was 20. I was in Houston, Texas when that album dropped. But um, everybody loves Snoop, man. Snoop can do no wrong. Maybe Snoop Lion. But outside of that, like, bruh, he can make whatever he want. You know what I mean? I think this was like more so like a reinvention of like being cool. Like he could have phased out and getting on with Pharrell, who like everybody loved.
Right.
Just gave him seeing for them to co-create and make hits like drop it like it's hot, like just having fun with that record. Obviously, it's like almost on the same level as Happy. You get like annoyed when you hear it,
Mhm.
but that's how great the hit was. Like it was such a big record. And that was like his first number one, which was crazy too. So, um, like that album is still that's my by far my favorite Snoop album to this day.
Yeah. I mean, Snoop was, like you said, coming back to being cool again. Like he was in movies like Starsky and Hutch came out that year, which was like,
Mm.
he wasn't the main character, but like his role in it was very important to the story. Like, like you said, connecting with Pharrell, coming off that beautiful success, I thought
Hmm.
it was a no-brainer. Like, and it made total sense for them to have him have that, sign the Star Trek era, start with that. I thought that was a really good idea. I mean, so what do you let's talk about your favorite songs. In addition to Neptune songs, obviously, like Ups and Downs, I think is my favorite song overall. But what are some of your other favorites on the album?
I mean, cliche, probably Let's Get Blown.
Yep.
I wasn't smoking weed at the time, so it was just a fun record. I mean, that whole album is fun to me. Like, and I think that's what Snoop was trying to channel, like all the songs that his mom played around him, songs that, he was growing up. He got a chance to like be playful and kind of like not take himself so seriously. It's a lot of samples in there. And, adding Charlie Wilson to the mix just made things like even better. You know what I mean? Like that shit was crazy, you know what I mean? Like just having fun with the records. Like, don't be young and stupid. Doing what you doing? And then having the fun to put like Justin Timberlake and Charlie Wilson on the joint is like crazy. You know what I mean? But um, yeah, man, like that, Signs, Girl Like You, Fresh Pair of Panties in the Loop. Like, I don't know, that whole joint. I mean, the rap joints I really ain't crazy about, but I mean, I get it. I
Yeah.
mean, off camera, we talked about the song with 50 Cent. It's not my favorite, but I'll rap along to it just because, like, you know, the beat hard. You know what I mean? Like, and like that whole project is kind of perfect to me. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I'll like die on a hill for that one.
Yeah.
Bush is up there too, because Bush is also fun. But yeah, this is the one timely. You know what I mean? It's aged very well and it's still fun.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, I think just revisiting it this week, reading some stuff about it, like you said, is the rhythm and the gangster. The gangster part is like, but the rhythm is really good. Like, and that's really
Yeah.
testament to the Neptunes work that's on there. Like, I like Snoop, like Snoop D-O-double-G was cool. funny thing you said fresh pair of panties on. When I got of course we grew up in that age and this came out in the age when it was peak bootlegs, right? So the bootleg version
Yeah,
I had, you know this song he has called Show You How the Gangsters Do?
yeah.
That song was mislabeled as Fresh Pair of Panties on my bootleg album. So like for
Mm.
years, I thought that that was actually Fresh
Okay.
and I was like, it doesn't make no sense. Like the title does not fit this song at
Right,
all.
yeah.
But I love the song
Mm.
though. Um, but yeah, a couple. I mean, you know, like you said, the 50 Cent joint is cool. Like we was talking about, I think there is definitely some game shots on that little bar about change your heart because that was peak 50 in game going back and forth. That whole drama was so confusing, but was definitely
It
relevant.
wasn't confusing to me because I was around there, so I understood it. But I get it. But also, "Can't Control Your Hoe" is like one of my favorites. You know what I mean? Like I don't know. Like so, the gangster has to exist because that is who Snoop is.
True.
But obviously, the rhythm, Pharrell just was able to get him to be creative in a way that we had never seen him be creative before.
Yep.
You know what I mean?
Yep.
Because then that kicks off which one of you and sexual eruptions and like those are the birth of that thing of like, oh, people fucking with this. All right, let's do it. Let's do it. I can make whatever now. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
California Road. I'm your dog. We don't get them records without R&G. You know what I'm saying? So that had to happen.
Right. I definitely think that it's cool too when you listen to the album, even the songs that P and Chad didn't do, you still feel their executive production on some like Girl Like You feel like that hook is a little bit
LT Hutton, dog. LT Hutton was going crazy on that project, and he's an unsung hero. Most people see RNG and they're like, the
yeah,
Neptunes. And it's like, nah, bro. It was, Sha Money, LT. It was some production on that thing. And then you got like background vocals in there, just kind of snuck in because Keisha Cole's on Let's Get Blown. Just kind of crazy.
yeah,
But,
yeah. Like
and I'm also not wearing my hat right. I gotta fix it for the pod.
yeah, like and you mentioned Bush. I think RNG is kind of like a clear big homie, right? A clear direction to like taking the best parts of that sound in RNG and turning it into a full project in Bush. I think that that is a clear dotted line too, like for sure.
Mhm.
Because we love Bush. Like Bush, the vibes on Bush are amazing. But I think you get that. Like you said, you don't get Bush without the stuff that you love on RNG for sure.
Right.
So we talked about the Neptunes joints a little bit. Drop It Like It's Hot, obviously, like it's a hit. It's a smash. Like it's
Right.
one of those songs where I think, like you said, it becomes like happy because of the commercial part of it. Like we when it was ours and we loved it and it was just a hot song, cool. But then it becomes a bigger thing. And it's like, all right, not everyone is saying drop it like it's hot, and it's but ultimately it's still undeniable. So everyone always has these mixed feelings about the Grammys, right? So in 2005, it was nominated for two Grammys. Best rap song,
Mm.
best rap performance by a duo or a group. What do you think? It didn't win, but what do you think it lost to in 2005?
Man, the music that was out in 2005 is kind of crazy because a lot of them songs all sounded the same. Um, yeah, I don't know. I'm stumped on that because I'm not a award show person. I just don't give a damn. Like, I'm not bringing that up in debates. I don't even care about album sales. I'm just like, is the music good or not?
Music,
Like,
right. And that's what I'm saying.
so
To me, like, so it lost to best rap song to Jesus Walks, which is okay. Like, Jesus Walks
really,
makes sense.
sure.
But but best rap performance by a duo or group, it lost to Let's Get It Started by Black Eyed Peas, which is like
It makes sense. That
that's
song was everywhere. That song was everywhere.
every
Like that song was everywhere. When you say "Let's get it done," like today, you can hear that shit.
NBA
It beat
game.
the test of time. Like, woo-hoo!
Oh man. So again, like that's like Drop It Like It's Hot was everywhere, but it just shows like even in that
Mm.
space, like it's a big of a hip hop record as it was, it still could not deal with the craziness that was Let's Get Started. Because Black Eyed Peas was on fire. Like after they
Bro, Madden menu music, convenience stores, department stores, TV commercials, like I don't even want to think about how much money they made for clearance and the radios, like all that stuff, bro. Because like the song, yeah, 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 yeah. It has so many different change patterns in that song. When you go back and listen to it, I wish you could play that shit right now so we could just listen to it and just watch how much that song changed. We could play around and troll, but there is a part in that song that you will remember that's stuck in your head forever.
right.
You know what I mean? That changes. Dun, 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 dun. Then it goes into the next thing, and you're like, this still the same song.
One other thing about Drop It Like It's Hot, I want to talk about the remix. Like the remix was a big timestamp too.
I
Jay-Z's
don't even
verse on
I don't
there.
even remember the remix.
Hey,
Whoa.
remember the remix when Jay came on there and was talking about R. Kelly, like tell your lawyer to take that civil case and drop it like it's hot after the whole Best of Both Worlds Madison Square Garden thing.
That's probably something I wanted to Men in Black and I didn't want to know about. Like, I don't want that. I respect it though, but I probably didn't want it. I don't even remember.
The remix also was crazy too because so we got Jay-Z dissing R. Kelly, and then we got Pharrell rapping about the Malice in the Palace, talking about I run our tests to the garbage or some like it was
Yeah, I don't even think I've heard this, dog. I'm not even gonna lie to you.
I gotta send it to you. I'll send it to you after this.
Yeah, I don't even think I heard it. Like, yeah, I probably was just on some different type of stuff. Like I probably just moved on from the whole, like it being a record itself, and then like I just probably just moved on to another joint, especially 0405.
It was a lot.
Yeah.
A lot of good
There was a
music.
lot going on.
Yes.
It was no commitment for me. Everything I was, like I said, I was 19, 20 years old. It was no commitment. I was moving on.
Yeah, man.
Talking about Black Album and then Beg for Mercy and then Dangerously in Love and J.E. Hard and 112 Hot and Wet, pause. You know what I'm saying? Like it was way too much music for me to be digesting. And College Dropout and
Yeah.
I mean the list goes on. Destiny Field,
Listen, man.
like
We coming
them
off
shits
diplomatic
stick in my
immunity.
brain.
Yeah, coming off of diplomatic immunity, going into Purple Haze, like it was a lot.
Twisted Kamikaze, like I was listening to a lot of shit, bro. Like I just was not staying in the moment of just I gotta wait. No, I was like, yo, what? Especially the 106 in Park era, bro. I was like, come
Bro.
home from college. Like, the crazy thing about 106 in Park, I was grown and still gave a fuck about that show. Like, I made sure my classes was not like lined up with that. But between coming home and playing Grand Theft Auto San Andreas and Vice City, and then watching uh, Making the Band,
Mhm.
uh, Real World with Karomo, and listening to the music, bro. My shit was really simple in 04, 05. Like, I don't even think I was internet yet.
That's real. So the
Six
rest
times.
the rest of the Neptunes, right? Talked about Let's Get Blown. I think Let's Get Blown, like you said, is just a happy song, cool.
Yeah, shit amazing.
Keisha Cole uncredited on the hook. Like, did you know that she was mad and like made a diss song about Pharrell?
Dope.
Yeah, I've heard it one time. I couldn't find
Yeah,
it.
I mean, look, I like P. I said, like, you the Neptunes guy. I like P. I like that whole little thing. It's like a good thing because nostalgia, but like, even me watching the movie, bro, I was still kind of like, and then I just got back to it. You know what I mean? Like, I'm just here for the music. I think there's levels to that. Of
Yeah,
like, and you from there, so it's different. You know what I mean? So he the goat to y'all. Like DJ Quick is for me. You feel me? Like everybody gonna look at everybody differently, but like to align, like at one point, fronting Pharrell to Gangsta Girls Pharrell, and then everything else, I kind of just was like NERD, heavy, heavy NERD. I fuck with NERD over Pharrell Williams.
that's
You
real.
know what I'm saying? But there's no NERD without Pharrell Williams. You know what I mean? But like, I got the brain tattooed on me. Obviously, I'm wearing it on my hat, but that shit saved my life. You know what I mean? Fly or die. People think I'm crazy when I start fucking singing any song from Fly or Die,
Yeah,
especially Jump, because I'm not supposed to, as as tough as I was during that time, I was not supposed to be knowing Jump.
right. Jump. That's a joint with the Madden boys.
Madden Dre. I don't care now. Talk that shit right now. I'm checking out.
So what's left? Perfect is dope. I think Perfect is
Hard, hard,
beautiful. Part
hard.
two, Uncle Charlie, like Perfect is beautiful. I didn't realize until recently, like Sade's got credit on that because of that coast to coast LA Chicago bar that Snoop has. But Perfect is
Coast to
dope.
coast, LA to Chicago.
Signs,
And I go.
yes.
Yeah, that's the hook though. Between them two singing on it, Pharrell and Charlie,
Yeah.
it just it's such a like a glow. It's a
Hmm.
aura song. It's girl, you're perfect. God made you. I wonder if he kept the mold. Maybe watch my show. That I'll randomly sing that right now just because it just feel good. When I was listening to it before we start podding, I just was in here damn near wanted to start cleaning the crib because it was just like good. It's a fun record, bruh. It make you feel like you got an unlimited day. Like you just not on a timeline. Like it's not about to get dark at 4 p.m.
That song, like that song is beautiful. Beautiful.
Yeah.
Actually, for sure. All right. Next up, Signs. We talked about that a little bit. Like, just again, like we're talking about all the stuff, all the different music that was hot in this time, 03, 04, 05. Like Justin was still on fire, man. And like to put him on there and just again, Uncle Charlie and him combined is just the vibes on that one from start to finish, like is just one of the best songs. Like not forget Neptune songs, like forget Snoop songs. Like that's just one of the best songs that come out during that time for sure.
I don't even know what Justin was saying to this day. I ain't even checked the lyrics. I'm not
I'm
sure
not
that
sure.
what you say, Cupid, don't fuck with me.
That's all I
Look,
got.
and that probably ain't
That's
it.
it.
I'm just
Are you
telling
telling me it's
you
just a
it's just
sign?
a
But that,
sign.
I don't know what
I
else.
still that's the only part I know. The other part, that little part where he started off, I don't know what he really saying. I never even checked it, but it's just so good. It sounds so good. It's just he just it triggers the right type of feelings.
Yeah, man. Because I love signs because it's still like it's a popish Neptune song, but it's still got like Snoop Cali vibes in it that makes you feel like it fits. Like it's a good position of all those different people mixing together to make a dope record.
Those songs are the songs that if you haven't seen Snoop Dogg in a long time and you hear that song, you can just imagine him snapping his fingers and doing this.
Hmm.
Like that's the one. Yeah, cuz, yeah, cuz. Like he'd be in the studio doing, yeah, hey, yeah, P, yeah, that's it right here. Like that's a Snoop joint for sure. Like he liked them type of shit.
Yeah, nephew.
That's the one.
Now, Pass It was cool, but definitely, I mean,
I I like pass it. Oh my, I like pass it. Yeah,
Pass
don't
It,
be greedy. No, pass it, pass it. I don't know why I like that. Doom, doom, doom. Breathe it in. Doom, doom, doom. Now let go. Doom, 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 doom. La 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 la. It just was that whole album just takes you on a journey. Like when you listening to that song because it goes like I don't know if it's just him and Chad just going crazy and just being mad scientists, but like you hear it and you listen and just kind of like the song, the sound in the back, and then it's just changing, and it's like doom 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 doom, doom. Like you're hearing all that, and like I said, reviewing it now, I just listen to it differently than what I was, how I first heard it. First heard it, I just came from Snoop, and Pharrell and them. I didn't even I like honestly, I thought the whole project was done by Neptunes originally, so I was like, this shit hard. I was biased as hell. I was like, this shit hard. They can make anything.
Yeah, man. I mean, I think that like as much as Snoop gives credit to P and Chad for bringing a different side out of him, I feel like that they just got a different energy that they got from being with Snoop. Like
Yeah, word.
being able to be loose and try stuff and be able to get creative in a way. Because you know you had to bring something different with Snoop. Like that was the whole point of it. Like being creative, bringing a different like version, helping bring out this new version of Snoop. I think that allowed them to tap into a different lane. And these all five of those songs are just like good, good vibes, good vibes.
Right.
So everyone argues. I mean, when we talk about these five songs ranking in all of the long list of Neptunes, Pharrell, Chad, Snoop collabs,
Hmm.
where do you think that these rank? I mean, these got to be
Probably
the
let's get blown. Let's get blown is kind of up there. You know what I mean? When you really think about it. Um, them other joints, they still low, bro, because they made too much. They made too much shit. Like watching the movie, right? I've seen the light. Like the placement was just so like it's he got too much. He got too much. The Neptunes in general. I hate to say he because
yeah.
Chad is very instrumental to this, and we got to stop disrespecting Chad. Chad is one of the goats. But overall, they got too much for me to like really pinpoint. And if you ask somebody, it's like having a top five conversation, an honest top five conversation, because everybody's going to meet a song differently and what it means to them. Front probably number one for me, but then he got a song he made with Sean Garrett called Patron.
Love that,
That I like I still like that. I still that's in my top five. You know what I mean? Um, what's the name? Number one with Ti. Girl, what's your name? I'm gonna let Papa number one. Like that's in my top five. You know what I mean? Dun, 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 dun. And then the Nori shit. Like it's so many. And then and not the other one. I'm talking about I'm a G.
yeah,
Dun, 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 dun. I'm a G. I'm a G. And lastly, to bottom out my five, AEIU when I get you home.
bro. Jamie Foxx,
You keep on talking on your shit on your phone, girl. But when I get you home, hit, you and I alone. Like these are B-side deep cuts that might not make other people's five, but like they just make me feel good.
yeah, yeah. I definitely like you said I'm a G. Like it's crazy. There's a go-go version of I'm a G out there somewhere. I can't find it on YouTube, but
Hmm.
that joint is crazy. Like I'm pretty sure it's Backyard Band, but I wish I could find it, man. I had it on I downloaded it back in the day somewhere. I can't find it. But yeah, man, I mean they got too many songs, bro. I think like I said, when you have people like us who really listen to the music,
Mm.
I think Let's Get Blown gets put up in there and some of the best. And I mean, I think Signs could be up there too, but Drop It Like It's Hot is one of those
I mean, if you cared about stats, drop it like it's hot,
stats.
be top five.
Stats.
Yeah,
Right.
I ain't,
Right.
I think the beat was crazy, the conductor shit, but like,
Yeah.
no pun, like, but yeah, like it's like when you think about charted records that they have, they got charted records. You know what I mean? Because you can go say something with
Yeah.
Mariah, like it's too much. It's just too
Right.
much, bro. Allure, like it don't matter. And you know what? Allure is definitely in my top five, so I might have to move something out. Probably I'm a G. I'm a G, but still,
Oh,
you
and
know.
that I seen the light that you was talking about. Like, I need that version from the movie with Uncle Charlie singing it, bro. That was
I think they got the soundtrack thing on there. It should be on the soundtrack version.
that was beautiful, bro.
Hmm.
And it fit the movie perfectly. But again, too many records, bro. So
Way too many.
back to Snoop. How does this? You said this is your favorite, but like, what makes this your favorite out of all of the Snoop albums?
Um, yeah, I like to sing quiet. Like I'm really an R&B person, honestly. It just ain't been no good art. I'll take that back. Leon Thomas got some good shit right now.
Yes, sir.
Mutt is a good album. So let me stop being disrespectful. But yeah, I've been on the jazz shit lately, but like I just like R&B first. You know, I don't really display that much no more as an adult, but like as a teen and early 20s or before 25, I was on my lover boy shit all the time. So like I was just listening to all that, the Jagged Edges, the 112s, you know what I'm saying? Those bands that just, you know, that got the sound, you feel me? So like it's just different. I mean, I got a couple of people, but like the party next doors, the weekends and joints, but like they still not like singing, you know? Like it's different. It's like rap, it's crooning or whatever you want to call it. But yeah, man, that album RNG just gave me a good feeling. It made me like happy. And like anything that make me happy, I'm fucking with for real. You know what I'm saying? Igor makes me happy. Such like a fun project. Tori Ma, anything in return, fun. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
When I think about them joints, the Krungbin joints, like them shits, bad, bad, not good's latest project, good. Like that shit has a vibrant feel to it. K Trinatas and them
Mhm.
joints he be doing, fun, fun records, man.
Yeah. I mean, growing up in Virginia, like, and in the age group that we in, like, obviously I was aware and listening to Snoop, but I wasn't really like digesting whole Snoop albums
Yeah.
until the last meal.
The last, like you talking about bootlegs, man. Get the last meal advance, bro. He has, if you ever, for your listeners, YouTube bed. He says, when I wake up in the morning, he give me breakfast in my bed. That joint, crazy. 213 actually gets me excited like that too. It's not on streaming,
Yeah.
but
I love that album too.
that project, joystick,
Mhm.
you know what I'm saying? Like Daddy's Girl, the summer joint with Latoya Williams. Like,
Yeah.
you know what I
Yeah.
mean? I hope somebody like Tyler or Pharrell work with Latoya Williams because I might have to go back and revisit Busta Rhymes album that Dre produced fully.
Mhm.
I think it's Big Bang Theory.
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah. I never want to lay. There's people somebody gonna think I'll be at church, bro. And I'll play it. I'm about to play that shit super loud.
Oh man. So we talking about soon, we talking about the West. Obviously, it's been a big year for West Coast hip hop and rap. Like, just talk about your viewpoint of what that moment, like what's next? Like, where are we going? Like, how important is this moment for West Coast rap?
I think it's good. I just think people just paying attention a little bit more. But like each region gets their shot. You know what I mean? It's just that Atlanta just had that shit for long. They took it and just didn't look back, bro. They was running it for a minute, but you know, all through them '90s joints, '91 to like '96, where we was kicking New York back in. You know what I mean? Like it was crazy. So you know what I mean? Like you know, then you got DMX and you got the Jay Z's of the world and you know, the Ja Rules and the 50 Cents, like they just, and then obviously we didn't come back again till game '06. I mean '05. So, you know, it just take a minute, man, but it's cool. It's cool to be recognized. And, you know, I think it's kind of corny. I walk into a spot and somebody like, Compton, you know what I mean? I'm like, all right, you know, like, how you feel when this song come on? I'm like, I don't feel nothing, bro. It's just a song. It's good, bro. You know, like it's a good song, so I'm gonna rap along, but I'm not like poking my chest out, but it's just good. It's good for like balance. You
Right.
know what I mean? Like I said, who's creeping into that grime style? I can't do it. Like I felt like it was starting to come over to America. I said, hey, bro, I like all music, but this one I'm about to check out. You know, let me know when y'all make another swing back on some other stuff. But
Yeah.
shit's good.
Yeah. And I think that that's like just from my perspective of being a fan, but like I just have always appreciated music from the West Coast, but just also how it's so many different iterations of it. It's so many different varieties of it. Like it don't all sound the same. So it can all come from like, especially when we talk about TDE specifically, right? Like everybody's in the same camp, but they all have so many different sounds, right? Like,
Yeah, I don't think West Coast got no sound no more. I think it's just whoever's inspired. We all fans of music, and we just take from whatever we was, that piece of whatever it is. You know what I mean? Like Kendrick talks about it's dark, how important it's dark as hell and hot was for him, and then obviously mixtape Wheezy. So you boil that in, he ain't rapping about no gang shit. You know what I'm saying? So it's like to label us or put us in the archetype of that, like it's just different. You know what I mean? Like Tyler, he's clearly from the pharrell umbrella. You know what I'm saying? So like it's just like just different shit. You know what I mean? You can go from Schoolboy Q finding his own sound. He didn't
huh?
rap like that before. So like Ab-Soul, he would sound like a New York rapper more than a rapper from Carson. You know what I'm saying? So just it's just when you think about it, you got all kind of different styles. You know what I mean? You might think the Blue Bucks Clan and Kalen for real are from Detroit, but like they from LA. You know what I mean? It's just the beat patterns that they choose and how they choose to like find a pocket and rock out.
Yeah, that's real. So speaking of Tyler, any thoughts on Chromacopia?
Chromacopia. Yes. Judge Judy, Tomorrow, and Darling I. Songs I play all the time. But again, he gets it. I'm not about to manufacture and give you a manufactured album. I mean, answer and say, he's the GOAT. Or, you know what I mean? Like, but I think he makes the music for his fans.
Hmm.
You know, I think a lot of people are coming around to being like, this dude's a star. You know what I mean? He's winning over the world, but a lot of growth. And for those that stuck around, grew with his music. You know what I mean? Like I have a playlist called R&T. You know what I mean? Where it got She and Analog on there and VCR wheels and like Bend Down. You know what I'm saying? Hot Wind Blows. You know what I mean? Like joints. Too fucking young. The list goes on, bruh. But he's again, I see why I like him because I like P. You know what I mean? Like I'm from that cloth
Right.
of like that. And he likes RNG. He likes the Wash soundtrack, like toy every time. So it's like he's a student of the game. He gets it. He's listening to Janae and you know what I mean, and Brandy's of the world, and you know what I mean. Like it just gets crazy, bruh.
Yeah. Like I definitely was slow. I didn't really like I was aware and I was also like I was aware of the music and appreciated the influence of P early, but I didn't really lock in until Flower Boy. I think Flower Boy is when I think talked about that switch flip for him, but I think for people like me, it was like, okay, cool. Now I get it. Now I see what he's trying to do. Like, and it's been up since then. Like, I really appreciate, you know, we looking at it from the marketing and advertising lens too. Like I just the rollout I thought was very well executed. But then on top of that, the music is very much, we just looking for art. Like you said, stuff that makes you feel good. We want to feel something. Like a lot of the stuff that's out now is just like Cal
Yeah, I mean, he,
in
he
the
moves
club.
with he moves with intention. He moves with great storytelling. Um, he fucking cares about the music. Like who's featured in there, who would be a good fit for this, like having a sexy red and Glorilla or having Lil Wayne on Sticky, you know what I'm saying? Having Latoya Williams on a track, you know what I'm saying? Having Schoolboy on the joint. So like he gets it. Like he's doing what Quincy Jones would normally do, bro. Back in the day. Rest in peace to the OG. But you know what I mean? Like really curating it and masterclass in what he really do. You know what I mean? Some people just like, yo, I'm an artist and this is what I do, bro. And that's it. Call it a day. I ain't doing no other anything else. So I mean, I rock with it. It's a fun project. I've been going back and forth with it.
Yeah, for sure. I think there's not many songs I skip. I think like I've been really intentional about when I listen to it. Most of the time, I listen to it all the way through because I think he was giving people a hard time. Like you need to listen to this all the way through. Like because most people don't do that anymore. But And I think that
No,
we,
they just go to the track. But that's good that he hit the track list until it was out because you go straight to the track you want to hear and see if somebody's addressing somebody and
right,
all those things. But you know, I think he packaged it beautifully. I mean, and also, you might not like a single, but then you understand the placement of the album when it's time, when it actually do roll out.
right. All right, man. But switching gears before I let you go, bro. We gotta talk hoops real quick, man.
Okay.
NBA season, bro. What you think? Who you got?
I'm an
What you,
Orlando Magic fan this year, man. I let social media choose for me. So that's been cool, man. Paolo Banchero been hurt, so I'm waiting on him to get back. But the team been, one of the Wagner boys been hooping and they've been cool. But I see on the rundown you have the Lakers. Lakers, they solid, man. LeBron. This is the best version of LeBron, bro. It's less athletic. He has to use his brain and it just look a little bit more pure. He getting triple doubles and shit, so that's cool. Yeah, he's incredible, man. Like I don't praise him enough, but I think that's just because we all looking up at Michael Jordan as like the actual, you know, uh, North Star. But at the end of the day, LeBron is one of them too. So the Lakers, they gonna be all right. I don't think they gonna win it all or nothing like that. Rooting for my boy JJ Redick. Um, it's pretty cool that he gets to coach the Lakers and stuff like that, and he's accepting the challenges that's thrown around him and kind of dealing with that.
yeah. I mean, I think it's been cool to see some other teams take that next step, like Orlando, like Cleveland, OKC. People expected them to be good, but I know they're dealing with Chet being hurt now, which is gonna be tough. But it's good to see some of the young bucks like to make us feel better that whenever this current generation of Bron, KD, and Steph fades off, that we're gonna have some real good basketball to watch and be excited about. So, and I'm not a Lakers fan, but I got like LeBron, so I pay attention to what they got going on. And those first couple of games, I was really impressed. Like, this is much different. Like, this is basketball. Like, I'm seeing plays run, cuts. Like, we got actions over here. I'm seeing Braun move a lot without the ball. Like, that kind of stuff made me really excited about what they're trying to do, what JJ's trying to do. So it'll be interesting to see, man. I think it's going to be a good year as long as we like prayers up, we get people to stop getting hurt. I think this is going to be a good season.
Yeah, I don't think you can stop the injuries, but I feel you on that.
Somebody turn the 2K injuries off, man. Like, turn them off.
Turn them off always.
All right, bro. Appreciate you. What you got coming up? What you got going on?
Man, I got a show called Hoop Sense on YouTube with Mike Zakarian on my network to count the dings. Check it out. It's really fun. And we talk a lot of educational takes. But yeah, man, tap in on that. And then also, I can't believe I'm doing this, but I'm shouting myself out on Blue Sky. So it's Travonne.bluesky.social. Follow up. And then on Instagram, Travonne Edwards.
Word. Appreciate you, man. Always good to talk.
Appreciate you, man.
Everybody, appreciate y'all for listening. We'll catch y'all next Neptune Sunday.